Hello, it's Father Samuel Hakeem with a word of hope for Friday in the 21st week in Ordinary Time. Well, both our first reading and the Gospel speak of wisdom and foolishness. In the first reading, we have St. Paul contrasting the wisdom of the cross to the foolishness of the going way of the world, if you will, or perhaps the foolishness of the cross to the wisdom of the world. And in the Gospel, we have the parable of the 10 virgins, 5 whom were wise and came prepared, and 5 who were foolish and showed up empty-handed, not ready for the great celebration of the coming of the groom. It gives us an opportunity to talk about wisdom and the rational nature of faith. You'll often hear from those outside of religion that faith is simple, that religion sort of makes up for the simpleton mind, and the more that we study, the more that we know, the less we need faith. But in reality, especially when it comes to our Catholic faith, nothing could be further from the truth. That God gave us a mind, the gift of the intellect, so that we can study and know and reason. And in fact, everything in our faith, absolutely everything, is in accord with reason. It all makes sense when you come to learn it well. But there's the important thing when you come to learn it well. There are many things in our faith that may not make sense on first pass. Great mysteries like the Trinity, how can something be both one and three at the same time? The Eucharist, does bread and wine truly become the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus Christ, or is this just some symbol? The death and resurrection of Jesus. Well, sure, he was a man, he lived on earth, he was put to death, but did he really rise from the dead? Was he really conceived of a virgin and born of that same virgin, miraculously by the Holy Spirit? These things might not seem to make sense on first pass. It might be tempting to say, oh, we're just supposed to shut up and believe, and that should be enough. But our faith demands us to go further, and in fact invites and encourages us to do so as well. What a beautiful gift we have in the ability to learn, to read, to study, to grow in knowledge and faith together. I encourage you to look into ways of learning more about your faith. There are a myriad of resources out there available online and elsewhere. Perhaps pick up the Catechism in a Year podcast with Father Mike Schmitz, walking through this great tome of what it is that we believe, so that you can come to a deeper understanding of what it is you believe yourself. We all might have questions about our faith, but we're not left alone. We can be like those wise virgins and prepare ourselves with study, with intellect, with learning. What a great gift we've been given by God, a faith that makes sense. Cherish it today and always, and God bless you.